Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today, I'm going to be doing my review of the original series Star Trek figure, Dr. McCoy Mirror Universe figure by Art Asylum. Now, I've been loving these Art Asylum figures. I just did Kirk and Spock from the Mirror Universe, so now I'm doing Dr. McCoy. So, first thing I want to mention is I do have a membership program. For $2 a month, you get a lot of really cool extra stuff, such as blooper reels, behind the scenes, and more to come. So, with that being said, roll that intro. All right, so here he is in packaging. He has your pretty much standard Art Asylum Star Trek box here, or card back actually. So you got Kirk, McCoy, Spock, and the Enterprise in this corner. You have the original Star Trek logo here on this side. Let's take a better look at that. All right. You got an open window where you can see the figure and all his accessories and your standard Federation logo. Plus, you also have his name under here. And you spin it around to the back. All right, you got everybody that's part of this lineup. You also have the next generation wave of figures and also the Enterprise and other such accessories. Plus, you got a little bit up here about the action figure himself. So, with that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is out of box. Just like the other characters, I think he's a really good looking, version of this particular figure. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at his points of articulation. So the head does move. All right. You have a shoulder joint, a swivel, an elbow joint, and a wrist joint. All right. Get that other arm up. You do have a joint here at the hips. All right. With the back and forth motion. You have a thigh joint, a knee joint, and you do have an ankle joint. Now you should also have a swivel here too at the top of the boot. All right. So everything moves pretty well on this figure. I don't have any issues with any of his joints. So now let's start looking at his finer details. So first off, let's take a good look at this head sculpt here. I love the look of it. It definitely captures the whole look of McCoy. All right. From his expression and personality and so forth. All right. And then as you move down, once again, the same issues that I have with all the other ones. I feel like these Signa insignias and medals should be a little bit brighter, look a little bit nicer on them. But and the same with his rank on his wrists as well. I would have liked to have seen them look a little bit brighter. All right, come around this side. You have the dagger and holster. All right. Oops. There he goes. I was expecting that to happen at least once because these characters don't have pegs in their peg holes in their feet, so sometimes it's hard to make them stand. But they usually stand pretty well without a stand, so that's why I do these without one. And then now you take a look at this arm here. You can see the rank insignia here on his wrist. You also get the sash back here as well. So other than the medals and stuff needing to be painted a little bit better, he's not a bad looking figure. Now he does come with a couple of accessories. So first off, he comes with a tricorder. Oops, move the strap out of the way so you can see in there a little bit better. Which I do like the detail on this. I think they did a really nice job with it. He comes with a communicator. Give me a second. There you go. Pretty standard. All right. Comes the phaser. All right. And last but not least, he does come with a mirror universe dagger. All right, so we're going to see how all this works. Now, this is going to get interesting because he only comes with the one hand. And this is mainly used for carrying the tricorder. So this knife, this dagger actually, isn't going to fit very well in this hand. I'm trying to, so you can get it in there. All right. It's not the best fit, but he will hold it nice and tight. And now that we're done with that, that's going to go right back into its holster here. All right. Boom. Let's try the phaser next. Phaser will sit in his hand, but it's very loose. It's weird that he didn't come with a second hand. Like, sometimes with these figures, they make some odd choices. Like the Mirror Universe Kirk only came with the communicator. He didn't come with anything else. You would think this McCoy figure would come with at least a trigger hand, just because of the fact that he also comes with the phaser. Okay. His communicator here should fit pretty well in this hand. Or make a liar out of me, one or the other. So, making him hold the communicator is going to be a little bit hard. I'm going to try to tilt it a little bit, just to make it so he can try to hold this. That ain't even the best either. This communicator is a little big for his hand. He can't even twist it into place. It just wants to slide right on out of there. I mean, what you might be able to do, okay, I kind of have him holding it. I have it on an extreme side. What you might be able to do is you may be able to get the hands from maybe like a previous Kirk or a Spock or somebody to give to him so he can hold the communicator. But as for the figure himself, as you can see, he really doesn't hold it very well at all. All right. Next up is the tricorder. Tricorder fits very well in his hand. And that's what this particular hand is actually made for. I don't know if they were starting to get cheap as the line went on. You know, because he definitely should have came with some other hands for some of this other equipment. Or you might even be able to use a hand from another Dr. McCoy. Like, there's an original Dr. McCoy as well. So you might be able to use his hands. As you can see, communicator straps around him tricorder straps around him pretty well. No issues. So that's kind of a bummer how his weapons fit with him. All right, so let's get into my final thoughts with him. So first off, all his joints move very well with him. I don't have any issues with his joints. His accessories is kind of a weak point. I feel like they should have gave him more hands for the different accessories. They only gave him the hand that's designed for the tricorder. Yes, you could kind of fit the communicator in there. The phaser doesn't really fit very well in there, and the knife can fit in there, but he definitely should have came with more hands, which is a bit of a disappointment to me. As for his overall look, he has the standard overall look with all the other Art Asylum figures, and I had the same issues with them that I have with the other ones, the medals and what have you. So, would I recommend this guy? Yes, I would. Even with his flaws, he's still a good looking figure. I do like the overall look to him. I'm sure you could probably swap out hands with some of the other figures, like maybe like the other McCoy figure. from the original series. So if you really want them to hold the phasers or something else, I'm sure you could probably swap hands around to get it done. I am disappointed that they didn't come with those hands for those figures, because I never like when somebody comes with it accessories, but you can't use them with the figure outright. So that is a bit of a bummer, but I would still recommend this figure to anybody who's a real big Trekkie fan. So with that being said, first thing I want to mention is my membership program. For $2 a month, you get blooper reels, you get behind the scenes, and you're going to get a lot of cool extra stuff. And check out my Star Trek playlist. Plus, hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So, to the next one, late.